Hello and welcome to ERP Radio, your recovery resource. My name is Jennifer Stewart and joining me is my co-host, Ben Emerling.
For those of you that do not know who we are, Elite Rehab Placement is a non-cost drug and alcohol rehab assistance provider. Our mission is to help you or your loved one find the right addiction treatment center for your specific needs. We work with the top centers across the country. Our goal for this podcast show is to discuss different topics regarding substance abuse. We want to provide education and inspiration as a resource for you or your loved one suffering from addiction.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, the great thing about ERP is we have counselors 24/7 to answer any of your questions. They do all the legwork for our clients. They go over the insurance coverage, they find the right treatment center, they even make travel arrangements. We do everything to make life easier for those suffering from addiction.
So if you or a loved one is suffering from addiction, please call 844-548-3407 and speak to one of our counselors. If you would like more information, visit our website at www.eliterehabplacement.com or like us on our Facebook page where you can read different articles about addiction.
Today we'll be talking about 420. Joining me as always is my co-host Ben Emerling. Hey Ben.
How's it going, Jen?
I'm doing really good. Hey, so what does 420 mean?
There's a lot of different stories, but one story in particular of how I believe it started was there was a group of high school friends in California, and they were known as the Waldos. This was back in the 1970s. And these group of friends would get together regularly and for some odd reason meet at 420 every day and, go on this search for marijuana and then smoke it, obviously. The term spread throughout the drug communities in California and beyond, and now it's like a national holiday.
Right.
I don't know if you saw that picture, but there was this wild picture of, I think it was either Denver or Seattle, and it was just like a big auditorium, and it was basically a cloud of smoke.
I think it was Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were telling me about yesterday. So what, all cities celebrate 420? Is that how it goes? And
I think there's cities that do celebrate, especially the ones where the pot is legal.
Sure.
I know Ann Arbor, I know Denver, I know Seattle. I know they all have like big celebrations. People even call off work, calling sick so they can smoke weed.
Wow.
And then 421 always is National Drug Test Day. So be careful out there.
Sure. Wow.
So today we have a special guest on the show. It's one of our great content writers, a good friend of mine. We have Bill on the show.
How you doing, Ben?
I'm excited to listen to a little bit of your story, and after speaking about 420, I'm sure you might have used marijuana in your past, but I'm also curious to know what other substances you used.
Well, I did use marijuana. I started out when I was doing drugs. That was the first drug I started doing was marijuana, socially after high school, after we get out of school and on the weekends. Started with marijuana. Then it started progressing to pills, mainly Xanax and Oxycontin, and that was really what brought me to my knees as far as addiction.
How often did you use these prescription pills?
I got to a point where it was pretty much daily. We were all friends and we would get together and figure out how we would get our pills for the day. By the end of it, we would get together I'm talking best friends that we grew up with before drugs. By the end of it, we would pretty much just get together to pitch in, to get high, or if somebody knew somebody with drugs. And then we'd all go back and isolate, which is an addict's favorite thing to do, I guess.
Oh, definitely.
Get high by themselves.
I'm well aware of the isolation, and it's a scary place to be for sure. If you had to guess, why did you use drugs? I know this is a difficult question, but take your best stab at it.
I would definitely say family issues. In the house, I was younger too, and had family who drank and argued. So I would kind of just use just to get away from the house and escape from that, and come back high and just kind of tune them out.
You grew up on the East Coast somewhere, correct?
Yes.
Where exactly was that?
It's Wilmington, Delaware. It's right outside of Philly.
Okay, and we're currently now in Michigan. Curious to know, did your addiction or your addictive habits, did they follow you in any way possible?
They definitely do. I was told when I went to rehab that I can leave and go wherever, but I'm still going to bring my crap with me. And that was definitely true. I found that out when I first moved out here. I wasn't taking my recovery seriously, and looking for drugs still. I wasn't ready to move on with my life yet, and it took some time for me to realize that there was nothing beneficial of getting high at all.
Yeah, I've heard that many times before, that there is no geographical solution. You know, it's going to follow you wherever you go. What were the reasons that made you quit?
I was getting older, 28 now. I was using drugs since I was like 17. Everybody was graduating college and starting families, and I'm worrying about how I'm going to get high for the day and not working and losing friends to drugs. A bunch of stuff just made me want to quit. Just finally saying I've had enough.
By quitting using, obviously, me and you found this job.
Exactly.
And it's almost like a dream job for people
really,
like us who, you know, we could share our experiences with drugs and alcohol, and we could portray it and, you know, work in this field. So,
it really has been a blessing to find this job, and to get clean has been a blessing, because once you do get clean, you never know what can happen for you. First in my family to get a bachelor's degree out here, and since I've been out here working full-time with my degree, and possibilities are definitely endless. And this is a great job to work for, because I'm learning so much about what I want to do, and I'm also helping people, and I have perspective that I feel like can reach out and help somebody.
do you have any advice for people who are currently using or considering quitting?
Quit.
Period.
Quit. You can do it. My advice is, if I can do it, you can do it. If Ben can do it, you can do it. You just have to want to do it.
Perfect. Well, good deal. Great show, gentlemen, and join us next week.